students, in this module you are going to see the concept of loop optimization. So what is loop optimization? Loop optimization is a process of increasing the execution speed and reducing the overhead because of this loop. So we are going to we are going to reduce the overhead, especially by reducing the time taken more for execution, because this inner loop will take always take bulk of time for execution. So the running time of program will be get increased. So usually this loop optimization will be done by these three techniques. Code motion, which moves the code outside a loop, or through induction variable elimination, which we apply like replacing a variable from the inner loop, and reduction in strength. Reduction in strength is that convert instead of using like x square, we will be using x into x. Likewise, replacing an expensive operator with a cheap one. So using these kind of operation, the loop can be optimized. So what is code motion? So loops are a very important place of optimization, especially this inner loop is taking like a bulk amount of time. So we can improve this kind of loop by reducing the time it required more in this inner loop. So how it can be done? Let us see a very simple example where while I is less than or equal to limit 2, and whereas here what happened, whenever this loop is being executed, it has to do an extra work of calculating this value of limit minus 2. So instead of putting a burden inside the loop, what we can do is that simply try to find a variable t and is equal to limit minus 2. So what happened is instead of calculating this value inside the loop each and every time, this can be done outside, and we just pass a variable to the loop. So this will literally reduce the executional time. So what is this index variable and reduction in strength? Another important optimization technique which will be used is induction variable and optimization. So what is this induction variable? A variable x is said to be an induction variable if there is a positive or negative constant c such that each time x is assigned, its value increase by I. So in your for loop or while loop, for I is equal to I is less than or equal to n, I plus plus. So each and every time a loop incremented, the value of I will got increment. Am I right? So that is the induction variable. Thus variable I or j in a matrix multiplication or matrix addition or a printing of n number. So that variable is said to be the induction variable. So that is induction variable. And reduction in strength. So the transformation of replacing an expensive operation such as multiplication or division with an addition or subtraction is said to be reduction in strength. So by doing this, we can optimize even a small expression, and we are going to see how it works with the loop optimization. Okay, let's come back with our with our now example which have been used. So if you are seeing my video new, please go back to my one of the videos. I have explained what example we are actually using. Otherwise, you just see, we follow the instructions, you just understand it anyway. So here you can see that, for instance, this I and T2 are the induction variable in this loop, in this block B2. This is a block B2. Here I and T2 is an indexer variable. Why? T2 is being used here and I is being used here. So the induction variable is not only allow us sometime to perform this strength reduction. Often we can try to eliminate one of those variable or both. If possible, we can able to eliminate both of the variable, but we should not lock it. But we can try to eliminate those variables. So how we can eliminate this variable? Okay, see here I is equal to in block 3. Okay, so this is with respect to block 3. j is equal to j minus 1, T4 is equal to T4 into j, T5 is equal to A of T4, and if some T5 is greater than we go to block 3. So this is the instruction. Okay. So here note that the value j and T4 is our lock step. Every time the value j decreases by 1 and the value of T4 is been multiplied with that value. So every time the j is being decreases by 1, the T4 value is decreases by 4. Am I right? So thus, when there are 2 or more induction in a loop, it may be possible to get rid of one. So we can able to eliminate any one of those statements. So before here, that here in B3, we cannot get rid of j or T4 completely. We cannot get rid of j or T4 completely. But as T4 is being used in B3. In B3, we are using this T4 over here, and j is being used in our block B4. So, however, we can illustrate reduction in strength and a part of the process of induction variable elimination. So, somehow we have to reduce the strength of it, and somehow we have to reduce the strength of this inner block. So, how we can do? Okay, this is what happened. So, this is we are talking about this particular block 3. Am I right? So, as the relation between this T4 and the T and J is literally T4 minus 4. This can be rewritten as, so J is equal to J minus 1 and T4 is equal to T4 minus 4. So, you remember that. So, you can remember that instead of writing 4 into J, we can replace that 4 into J as T4 is equal to T4 minus 4. So, what we have done, we have reduced the strength. Instead of using a multiplication operation over here, we are using some subtraction operation, as actually whenever the j reduces, the T4 value is reduces by 4. So, that way we have replacing that particular T4 into 4 into j by T4 is equal to T4 minus 4. So, the only problem is that T4 does not have a value when we enter the block 3. So, while we are entering the block 3, it doesn't has any value. So, somehow or other we need to initialize the value of block 3. So, what they have done is that, so what is the initial block? It's our block 1. So, in the block 1, we are going to just initialize, that is, this is block 1 is, it's our outside the loop, because there is a loop which is entered B2. So, we should not write anything inside the B2. Again, it will be become a induction variable. So, we have to take that particular initialization statement outside the loop, outside the inner loop. So, in our B1 block 1, we just add that T4 is equal to 4 into J. So, here the T4 is being multiplied with, the T4 J is being multiplied with 4 only once, and over here we just, for each and every loop, we reduce by 4. So, such a way, what we have done, we have somehow we reduce the strength of the induction variable. So, we replace the multiplication by a subtraction, will speed up the code manipulation. So, likewise, let's consider this block 2. So, again in block 2, we have this I and T2. This I and T2 are lockstep. We cannot omit it because I is being used over here in B4 and T2 is being used over here. So, we can't completely eliminate it. But what happened, whenever this particular I is being incremented, so I is being incremented, the value of T2 will be added by 4. So, what we can do, so there it is being reduced by 4, where here it is added by 4. So, what we have will do, instead of writing T2 is equal to T2 into I, we simply write that T2, we will be just add the value over here, and initialization can be written in the initial of the block. So, likewise, we can reduce the strength of. So, the net result would be, so this is our actual basic block which we have as an input after this particular local and global elimination. So, here we find that in block 2 and block 3, this I and T2, I, T4 or the induction variable. So we are going to replace this induction variable, but we cannot eliminate it because it has been used over here. So we reduce the strength of manipulating 4 into I and 4 into J by making over here we have T2 is equal to 4 into I and T4 is equal to 4 into J. Here for each and every reduction the increment, it has been multiplied, it has been added where it has been reduced. So here T2 plus 4 and T4 minus 4, and again here I and J, why we need to use I and J? So instead of I and J we can direct, because here I is not being used. Am I right? So T2 and T4 actually holds the value. So I is being replaced into T2 and J is being replaced into T4. So this reduction is literally done by your optimizer. So literally this is an output of two optimization. One is your local and global optimization, and through your loop optimization we have literally optimized this code in this way.